My friend Demetrius has shown me a very unique bog here in Harrison County, and it's got a nice population of Sarracenia alata, lots of reds. But the reason that this population is so different is it's got these. Now this looks like it could have some Leucophila crossed into it, but we're very far away from the nearest leuco population. There's more of it over here. And these also don't look quite like most leuco hybrids I've seen. And a lot of them don't have the white on the picture tube either, just on the lid. Lots of Drosera tracea at this bog too. It really glows in the sun. What do you think about these plants, Demetrius?
Well, I mean, there's obviously something unique going on. There's a whole lot of these windows, a lot of white all the way down the stem, whereas some of these others we've seen have a lot of that on the top. Whether it's variegation or just a natural phenotype, I'm not quite sure, but interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, we're only dealing with like 3% of what we got left, so who knows? Went on up to Washington County, Alabama. Here's a new spot for some warei. Very healthy population. Side of a very busy road too. That's a nice thick clump. Reminds me of subspecies rubra. Very dark warei. I'm back in Okaloosa County, Florida. Coming to check on some old spots that I know of. Kind of a welfare check, I guess. And we're at a lake, and it's covered in rosea. There's rosea all over the bank of this thing. And leucos as well. There's a floating mass of Leucophila here. There's a little bit of a different angle. I'm not going to get out there to it this time. Walking down the trail to get to the next carnivorous plant spot I know of, but it looks like there's some sort of orchid trying to bloom. Very small one. I would assume in the Platanthera genus. There's another one. Here's one that's actually starting to bloom. Definitely a Platanthera of some sort. I've seen Sarracenia rubra subspecies Golfensis in habitat basically identical to this, and we're pretty much right in the center of Golfensis's range, so it's weird I don't see any. Maybe we'll find some somewhere else on this place. Here's another look at some Pinguicula primuliflora. They almost grow epiphytically. There's a species of Utricularia down here. Likely Johnsia or Cornuta. I have a hard time telling them apart. It's also Drosera intermedia. It's not very big. Another species of Utricularia. Utricularia gibba. Coming up on some really nice looking flavas. Been walking down a power line road. Saw this off to the left. Oh, before we even get there, here's some more Golfensis. Sarracenia rubra subspecies Golfensis. Only about 8 inches tall, this clump right here. Here's some Sarracenia psittacina. Very, very small one. I don't know if you can see that, but between the grass, it's just tons of psittacina and Golfensis. Drosera tracei. If I can get it to focus on it. Just the one little stand of flavas. These are taller than the last The last bog I was at while I was here, these are easily 3 foot. Looks like there's a little Leucophila influence in this one. Probably a back cross. I don't see any leucos here though. Look at all that tracei. Look at this Psittacina flower here. It's got very long petals, or sepals. I really like these Gulfensis. Definitely a nice looking plant. And this bog is absolutely loaded with them. Look at the lids on these. Biggest I've seen out here so far. I've found a pipeline here. I already see Sarracenia in the distance, but while I'm right here, there's some more of that Utricularia. That one's almost 2 foot tall. There's more over there, but I'm not going to cross all that water. There's some Sarracenia rosea. Very healthy looking. Pipelines and power lines are very important for Sarracenia. They provide habitats that are clear of competition, so they get all the sunlight they need. Lots of little rosea. Here's a hybrid. Very small one. Probably rosea cross flava. Though I don't see any flava right here around, there's some over this little ridge. Well, I'm already seeing some very impressive forms of flava. Here's some typicals. Wow, very nice flava cross rosea. From a distance, I thought this was pure flava. It was just a very red form, but now I see it's a back cross. Flava crossed with one of those hybrids I was showing. Found another stand of flava in a little creek seepage. Mostly typical forms, not very tall. Just a little further up and I found some lucos too. Pretty large Luco cross flava.